Hello viewers, today we are going to deal about a special curve called hysteresis curve or a hysteresis loop or a BH curve. So we all know that a solenoid is a coil, current carrying coil, okay, current, and inside this coil if you place any material, say a magnetic material, of course. If you place a magnetic material and if you pass a current, then the core gets magnetized. So assume that a magnetic material, initially the intensity of magnetization or magnetic flux density, everything, that is, it is totally without any magnetic field. So initially it is zero. So once you allow current to pass through the coil in the solenoid, the material gets magnetized. So it starts from zero, where magnetic flux density is zero. In the x-axis we have H, okay, intensity of magnetization, amperes per meter, and y-axis we have B, magnetic flux density, Webers per meter square, or Tesla, or we can say it is magnetic field. So what happens is, when you pass the current, it rises like this. So when the current is, so basically it's amperes per meter, forget about the length, okay. When the current increases, so slowly the magnetic flux density also increases and reaches a point called saturation point. This point is saturation, okay, saturation point. So if you further increase the current, nothing will happen, okay. It is the saturated value. So it starts from zero, unmagnetized material, and starts magnetizing when the current is increased in the coil. Okay, current flowing in the coil is increased. So it goes up to a point called saturation, where it has a definite current through the coil and a definite magnetic flux density. So afterwards, what will happen is, afterwards, even if you increase the current through the coil, nothing is going to happen as far as magnetic flux density is concerned. So it has reached the saturation value. So once you decrease the current, now you are decreasing the current in the solenoid or in the coil. So what happens is, when you decrease, if you see, there is no much difference from the magnetic flux density. There is slight difference, but not a big difference in the decrease of magnetic flux density. There is a slight decrease in magnetic flux density if you decrease the current. So once you keep on decreasing the current, the magnetic flux density slightly decreases and it touches one point. At this point, if you see here, the current is zero. The current flowing through the coil is zero. But magnetic flux density, it is not zero. It has some value, this value. Here if you see, it is roughly 1.2 Tesla or 1.2 Webers per meter square. This is called retentivity, retaining the magnetism by the material. So we call it as retentivity or remanence. So this is the property we are used for recording in magnetic tapes, in the hard disk. You are allowing a current, it magnetizes a particular material in the hard disk, and that magnetic flux density is maintained by that material. Therefore, when you once again play it back, you will get back the information. That's how magnetic information is stored in the magnetic field, magnetic domain. Understood? So because of this property, what is that property? Retentivity or remanence, or retaining the magnetic flux density even when the current is removed. Okay. Now what happens is, after reaching this, now you set the current in the negative direction. That means initially current is in this direction. Initially the current was flowing this way. Now what you do is you reverse the polarity. That means this side is current entering and the current is leaving this side. Opposite way. So if you do that, what will happen is, the current is increased in the negative direction and magnetic flux density now keeps on decreasing. B values keeps on decreasing when you increase the current in the negative direction. So at one point magnetic flux density is 0. B value is absolutely 0, and this point is called erasing of the content. Here we have recorded some information in the magnetic material, but that content has been totally removed at this point, at this current, or the direction reversed current. Okay, and this point is called coercivity. Okay, so suppose a material holds this value, magnetic flux density, retains that retentivity, retains that magnetic flux density, but if you pass a current of this much value, that is erased totally, because magnetic flux density at this point is what? 0, and that is called coercivity. Okay, so if you say this point may be 50, 75, 80 or 82, say 82 amperes per meter, but in the negative direction. So in this side it is in positive direction, but in this side it is in the opposite direction. Now you are increasing the current in the same direction, negative direction. The magnetic flux density slowly reaches, and it reaches a saturation point in the negative side. So now if you further increase the current, nothing is going to happen. It will have some magnetic flux density in the negative. And once if you decrease the current, the magnetic flux density is not decreased, it is slightly decreasing and reaches this point. So here also it is retaining the magnetism, here also it is retaining the magnetism, but is in negative direction. Now what you do is, once again you increase the current in positive direction. That means now you are giving the current this way and taking the current from the other side of the loop, other side of the solenoid. So now the current is positive. It won't go to this path, it will take this path. Okay, it goes this path, and when current reaches this point, the current is there, but magnetic flux density is 0. This point, B value is 0. Once again you increase the current, it reaches the saturation value. So this closed curve is called hysteresis loop or hysteresis curve. Okay, and we call it as BH curve. The retentivity property is utilized in holding the information, say in computers, the storage, hard disk, and previously tape recorders. So tape recorders and all, if you see, it will be like this, a coil will be wound, and there will be an air gap. Current is allowed to flow. Now this has to be recorded in a magnetic material. So the tape will run here. So this is the supply tape. It will be supply pull. It will supply, the tape will move in this direction, and this will take off pull. That means it will get rotated here. So this will be coated with ferric oxide, this tape. So once it passes through this, in the air gap, a magnetic flux is there. That magnetic flux will record the information on the magnetic material, and the magnetic material retains that magnetism. That's why we call it as retentivity. So that there will be magnetic flux density after passing through this air gap and gets recorded. The information is recorded. So the information recorded is based on frequency, amplitude, everything. So that's called magnetic recording. Okay. So this property, especially this retentivity property, is used in magnetic recording purpose. And this loop, this BH curve, is called hysteresis curve or hysteresis loop. Hope you have understood about hysteresis curve or hysteresis loop. Thanks for watching. Nandri.